Vice President Sara Duterte says she has no desire to take President Bongbong Marcos's position. In an ambush interview in Davao City on Friday, June 12, Duterte says that she would rather let Filipinos see for themselves how shameless the president is.
At hindi ko din gusto yon. Hindi ko gusto agawin yung posisyon ni Bongbong Marcos. Gusto ko makita ng taong bayan hanggang sa dulo kung gaano ka walang hiya si BBM.
Speaking to reporters on Independence Day, Duterte is also asked about calls from retired military officers and other groups urging her to lead a people power movement against the Marcos administration. Duterte says her oath as vice president requires her to uphold and defend the Constitution.
Ako, I am the constitutional successor, no? I am the next in line ayon sa ating constitution. At meron akong sinumpaan noong ako ay nag-assume ng office of the Vice President. At nakalagay doon that I will preserve and defend the Constitution.
Duterte also maintains that it is not in her hands to pursue extra-constitutional means to overthrow the current administration. More than 1,000 police officers are deployed outside the Senate building in Pasay City as Duterte supporters gathered for a protest coinciding with the commemoration of the 128th Independence Day. In an ambush interview, National Capital Region Police Office Regional Director Major General Anthony Abirin says a total of 1,090 police officers are deployed at the Senate. Abirin says the Philippine National Police continues to monitor supposed security threats at the Senate.
Marami kaming nababasa sa social media about nag-circulate nga po na report about it, and because of that we have enhanced our security po sa labas.
Meanwhile, Duterte supporters from groups Masada, Rage Coalition, and DRS Duterte Rider supporters set up a stage outside the Senate for their afternoon program. A coffin is also placed beside the stage, which organizers say symbolizes that, quote, democracy is dead in the country amid what they call division and corruption happening under the Marcos administration. In an interview with INQUIRER, DRS Duterte Rider supporters founder and national chair Onin says the group is gathering outside the Senate to ask for God's intervention for peace and unity among politicians, especially within the Senate.
Nananawagan po tayo doon sa mga senador natin na bigyan po natin ng atensyon, bigyan po natin ng halaga, lalong-lalo na yung pag-imbestiga doon sa flood control scandal. At sana po ay masolusyonan natin ang malawakan na problema ng ating bansa, which is the corruption.
Meanwhile, PNP Chief General Jose Melencio Nartates Jr. says localized demonstrations and public assemblies held across the country remain peaceful and orderly with no major incidents reported. The United States reaffirms its ironclad defense commitments to the Philippines and highlights the two countries' long-standing alliance in a message marking Philippine Independence Day. In a statement released by the U.S. Department of State on Friday, June 12, U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio extends his greetings to the Filipino people on the celebration of Independence Day. He says the Philippines and the United States are marking 80 years of diplomatic relations, describing the partnership as rooted in cooperation during World War II and sustained by decades of engagement. Rubio also cites the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty, which marks its 75th anniversary this year, saying the U.S. remains unwavering in its ironclad mutual defense commitments. The statement also points to continued cooperation in the Indo-Pacific, including initiatives such as the Luzon Economic Corridor and efforts to develop secure and resilient critical mineral supply chains. He says the United States stands alongside the Philippines in its ASEAN chairmanship this year as a friend, partner, and ally committed to a free and open Indo-Pacific. Rubio adds that Washington looks forward to deepening cooperation with Manila in advancing peace, security, and prosperity in the years ahead. The Philippines and the United States are treaty allies under the 1951 Mutual Defense Treaty, a cornerstone of bilateral security relations that has underpinned decades of defense cooperation. Motorists may see mixed price adjustments next week, with diesel set for a rollback despite renewed hostilities in the Middle East. According to an industry source's estimate, diesel may see price cuts ranging from 3 pesos and 50 centavos to 4 pesos per liter on Tuesday, June 16. Meanwhile, gasoline may increase by 50 centavos to 1 peso per liter. The figures are based on this week's trading sessions over the Mean of Platts Singapore and foreign exchange movements. The source says diesel and other middle distillate prices declined due to easing in prompt tightness as Northeast Asian producers have managed to secure alternative crude supplies.